Hey guys, Marissa at kitchentablestamper.com. Today I've got a really cute little treat tote for you. I've got some little candy hearts. I thought they kind of reminded me of my Ladybug. It's just a little tote that you can fill up with any kinds of candies. I don't know if you can see in there, but there's 3 hearts in there and they're in there pretty good. I mean, they'll shake out, they'll wobble, but just a fun little treat tote for you. This treat tote is made with the new sports event dies. We're using the 2 tickets. The big one is the tote, and look at the little one for the sentiment. Isn't that just adorable how it layers in there? All right, so not just for baseball fans, I highly recommend these sport events dies, even if you don't get the coordinating stamp set. You don't have to always get bundled, but the pennants with any kind of greeting, especially fun birthday greetings, the tear apart tag, these 2 tags, and then this little border of tickets. So cute. It's a great die set, and I hope you'll start to see the possibilities as we build our little treat tote. If you missed yesterday's coffee and a mystery card, we did a double Z fold card. This one's on the blog. I'll link to both of these projects, so coordinating card and treat packaging. Isn't that cute? Check out the double Z fold tutorial from yesterday. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I want to start with a strip of Misty Moonlight cardstock. And my Misty Moonlight cardstock is 2.5 by 8.5. We're gonna score it in half at 4.25. So let's pop the Simply Scored tool here on the 8.5-inch side, score at 4.25. Now we're gonna use a bone folder and work that crease. And then we're gonna die cut this piece using our larger ticket. What you want to do is line up so that the fold is right above the stitches, just not even touching. Got a little bit of washi tape. Gonna tack that down, grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and we'll give it a crank. And if you know me, you know that I think winning is doing all your die cutting in one pass. So let's throw a scrap of basic white on there and our smaller ticket, and let's do them both at one time. I think that the die set for this shape alone is totally worth the cost of admission. Now we're gonna pop our little ticket. Now, so we got the ticket detail on one side. Let's move the machine and bring back our Simply Scored tool. We're gonna pop this little ticket in so that the flare is off to the right side, and we're gonna score through both layers at 1 1/8. And I'm just using the small side of the stylus a couple of times gently. If you want to, you can turn over and gently do the other side too. Now you're going to have a definite front and back to this box because the back of the die cut is going to be beveled. So we'll tidy it up with a little bit of Designer Series paper, but you want to make sure that this front side die cutting with the bevel going away from you is the front side of your box. Open up your treat wrapper, and now you're going to work those new score lines with your bone folder. Got 2 pieces of Designer Series paper here. These are 2 inches by 2 3/8. We're gonna glue those to our treat box. This is all together Designer Series paper. It's a 6 by 6 collection that is like a limited edition or a pre-release from Stampin' Up. Just became available for order in this month. So it's black and white patterns. You can see the big dots and the leaf. There's bunches of great, almost retro looking. I thought they looked a little bit 80s, the black and white patterns. So if you haven't seen that one yet, check it out. It's a really cool paper pack. You'll get your black and white fix for sure. All right, so set this aside for a minute. Then we're gonna bring in this Misty Moonlight piece. That one is 3 1/4 square. We're gonna bring our Simply Score tool and do 5/8 of an inch all the way around this square. So 4 sides, 5/8 of an inch. It's a super simple little caddy. I think you're gonna like it. All right, there's our little tray. You can make a bunch of these little guys super fast. We're gonna work all the score lines and then trim. It's a square, so it doesn't matter where you start, but you want to do the same side. So cut along the score line, nice and straight. And then on the tab, take out a little angle. It's a very simple little square tray box. To make sure that you don't have any tabs showing along the top edge, go ahead and bevel. So you've got 2 beveled, like trapezoid glue tabs, 180 degrees, and then do exactly the same thing. All right, there's the little tray. Now let's put some tear-in tape. You can use liquid glue on these tabs. It would work just fine. You'd have to hold each one for a second though, so because I'm impatient, I like my tear-in tape. I'm just a little piece on each tab. I'm going to remove the liner on all 4 tabs, and now we'll just make 90-degree corners. So cute. All right, then you can do liquid glue here or a couple of strips of tear-in tape. This little tray is going to fit in between the first and third score lines, and in between the edges it's a little bit smaller than the area that you have here. So when you use your tear-in tape, make sure that you leave a little border of blue all the way around so you don't have any exposed adhesive. So we got our 2 pieces. Let's remove, and then we're going to center our little box. So we're going to have a edge all the way around, center between the first and the third score lines. Burnish that tear-in tape with the bone folder. And how cute is that? There's our little box. Now I like to use a centering ruler to find the center for our ribbon. So I'm going to grab my Stampin' Up! Grid paper. We're going to find center and pop a little hole. This will be a tie, open and close little treat. I want to make sure we've got the front of the box. I've got my grid paper, and I'm going to run 0 so that it's right down the center, and we'll know it's center because we've got 1 1/8 on this side and 1 1/8 on this side. So we can mark about center where we're going to punch, and we want to punch both front and back at the same time. So line them up straight. You want all your little flares to match up. And then I'm going to just use a little 1/8 inch held circle punch. You can use the retired Stampin' Up! One, or if you don't have one, I'll link to this Fiskars one on Amazon. Just punch through all the layers. Now we can add our hearts, and I'm using Palmer's Fudge Hearts. I liked the pink color. I thought it looked cute with my Ladybug. Really, that's the reason why I chose them. And you can stack up a few. I think you could probably stack up to 4, and still they hold in there pretty nice. If you find other things that fit that you like in this treat box, or if you do it with a different bundle, make it look entirely your own, please share your Stampin' Up! Creations on the Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social. We love to see what else fits. When I make a treat box, our community just delights in sharing what else fits and what different variations can you do with your favorite bundle and your favorite designer series paper. So we can just tie this one closed. We want to be generous with the ribbon because your recipient might want to open, get the treats, and then reclose so that they can save the adorable packaging. At least that's what every stamper hopes, right? And that's why we work to make our treats mostly reclosable. I've got the black and white gingham ribbon and a very loopy, generous bow. Let's trim that away from the spool. Nice generous tails too. Got another piece of Designer Series paper over here. This is the Sunshine and Rainbows Designer Series paper. It's a little misty moonlight with white plus signs, super cute. We're gonna dovetail the ends of that, make a little chicken lips or make a banner. What else do we call that? Dovetail. I like to do it with the tailored tag punch. I feel like I get the most accurate results that way. Now my banner can go on the front of my treat. We're gonna put it just maybe ½ inch from the bottom with liquid glue, but be careful, the banner's a little bit wider than the treat packaging, so don't take the glue all the way to the edge. Just pop that on there on front. Ooh, so cute. I love the black and white and misty moonlight. It's almost like misty moonlight is like jeans, you know, it goes with everything. More Sunshine and Rainbows Designer Series paper here. This is a granny apple green stripe. That's the back side. Isn't that just so pretty? Love this Designer Series paper. You can get this one free during celebration with your $50 order. We're going to use the Ladybug punch and punch ourselves some wings. We're going to transform those wings into leaves using our Simply Score tool. I like to use the Simply Score tool so you get a nice straight crease, and it really does turn those wings into leaves, don't you think? I'll take a number, any number will do. I'm going to do 5, and I drag down from 5 and then put the point of the leaf on 5. Then I can visualize where my line is going to start and where my line is going to end, and adjust so that my leaf gets divided in half, nice and even from the point down. And I'll do the same thing with the other side. Take 5, put the point on 5, and then rotate until I get a nice straight line from the point of the leaf to the end, and there, with a little pinch, now we have a really cute little set of leaves for our project. All right, next up, a punch. I love the Strawberry Builder punch. This little flower is the Ladybug's perfect accent. Got a scrap of Daffodil Delight, a punch of flower. I've got a scrap of basic black. We're gonna make a little ladybug body. Pop that in. Punch. Ah, my ladybug just got away. I found her. She ran under the table. And I'm going to do the spots on Fleur de Flamingo before I stamp, or before I punch. I want to stamp the spots because I want rich black spots. I don't want kind of fuzzy gray ones. I don't want a skippy image. So I'm going to put my stamp on my stamparatus. I'm going to stamp so I can see where it's going to line up. Add my scrap on top with the magnet. Then I'll take my Memento Tuxedo Black pad, ink my spots, and stamp. Then when I lift, that was really, good thing we're on the stamparatus. Let me just add a little more pressure there. All right, now we should have a complete image, but you'll see by far it's not a dark, solid black image. It's a little sketchy, so we're gonna go back and ink again and stamp again. Now, sometimes it takes 2 times, sometimes it takes 3 times, depends on how inky your black ink pad is. I'm gonna go one more time, but this way we get nice contrast, solid black spots. But look at those beautiful black spots. All right, well, we've got the ink pad open. Let's get our sentiment on the tag that we cranked. Here's our little tag and our hello sentiment. My hello sentiment is from another favorite punch bundle. This is Cactus Cuties. There's a punch available to go with this one. We're going to use this little hello. It fits perfectly on our tag. I've got a photopolymer stamp set here, so let's pop our Stampin' Pierce mat underneath and ink and stamp hello along the top edge of the tag. Haha, I love it. All right. I'm going to close up this ink pad and get it out of here before I have a problem. And let's bring that little flower back in for a second and give it some shape. I'm going to put it on the Stampin' Pierce mat. Press with the Take Your Pick tool. And now we've got a little contour for our flower. Got some black Stampin' Dimensionals. They come in a combo pack. You get minis and a regular size all in one pack. Oh, look, I got an open one here. So we're going to use this little half a dimensional. Pop it right in the center of our flower. And then we'll take our scrap of basic black, 1/4 inch circle punch. This one's just standard office size hole punch. And I can link you to this Fiskars one, or you can use your retired Stampin' Up 1/4 inch circle punch. And then just pop the little flower center right over the dimensional. Now it's time to just assemble. Let's get our ladybug and punch out the wings. Use a little liquid glue to adhere. You could put dimensionals in between here if you want a little extra lift. I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of my bug, but with projects, with treat wrapping, you can do double, triple dimensionals. That's the fun part of treats. They don't have to go flat for an envelope. All right, got my Stampin' Dimensionals there. I'm going to put a little Stampin' Dimensional on the back of my flower. And I'm going to put mini dimensionals on my hello tag, this corner and this corner. All right, let's get the hello tag. It's going to go at a fun angle, kind of opposed to our banner, nice and high. And then our bug, don't cover your greeting. We'll put her this way. And then our leaves need some liquid glue here. I'll pop those on. You don't want to go past the bottom edge of the box. You can go past the sides, no problem, but stay away from the bottom edge. Let's peel and stick our little flower in there. That was the cutest little treat package you ever saw, don't you think? Hello, Ladybug. Oh, look, she's going 2 different directions. I like it. All right, you guys, if you have any questions about the project, email me, marissa@kitchentablestamper.com. And to shop Stampin' Up 24/7, buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.